Welcome to Business Book Daily, where we pull one useful idea from one business book and turn it into something you can actually use. Today's book is The Wisdom of Teams by John R. Katzenbach and Douglas K. Smith. Katzenbach and Smith are management thinkers and consultants known for their work on team performance, leadership, and organizational change. Before we get into the book, today's episode is sponsored by commissiononly.com. Want to sell more without adding fixed sales salaries? Many companies hire commission-only reps, experienced sellers who get paid only when they produce. Post your opportunity on commissiononly.com and get in front of motivated reps who are already looking for performance-based roles. That's commissiononly.com. Now back to the wisdom of teams. The big idea is simple. Not every group is a team. That may sound obvious, but companies ignore it all the time. A department is called a team. A meeting group is called a team. A bunch of people copied on the same email suddenly becomes a team, apparently because Outlook said so. But the wisdom of teams makes the difference clearer. A working group shares information and coordinates individual work. People meet, give updates, leave with their own tasks, and stay mostly accountable for their own results. A real team is different. A real team shares a purpose, owns a common goal, combines different skills, and holds itself accountable for the result. That matters because many business problems are too hard for one person or one function to solve alone. Serving customers better, fixing a broken process, launching a new product, improving retention, or changing how a company works usually requires people to solve problems together. A loose group can coordinate. A real team can perform. The first concept is the difference between a team and a working group. A working group depends mostly on individual accountability. Each person owns their own piece. The group may meet, but the work stays separate. That can be perfectly fine. Not every situation needs a real team. But when the outcome requires shared problem solving, trade-offs, and joint ownership, a working group is not enough. You need people who understand that they will succeed or fail together. The second concept is purpose. A strong team needs a reason to exist beyond management put us together. The purpose should explain why the work matters and why this group must do it together. Without that, people may stay busy, but they won't feel truly committed to the same outcome. Purpose gives the team meaning. It helps people understand why their effort matters and why collaboration is worth the extra work. Because let's be honest, real teamwork takes effort. It is easier to stay in your own lane, protect your own task list, and quietly hope someone else handles the messy parts. Purpose gives people a reason not to do that. The third concept is turning purpose into specific goals. Purpose can inspire people, but specific goals focus them. Improve customer experience sounds nice, but it is too vague by itself. Reduce onboarding time by 30% in 90 days gives the team something concrete to work toward. Specific goals help the team know what winning looks like. They also make accountability easier because people are no longer debating whether progress is happening. They can see it. The fourth concept is complementary skills. Strong teams need a mix of technical skills, problem-solving skills, and interpersonal skills. The goal is not to fill the room with people who think the same way and nod at the same time like a corporate dashboard came to life. The goal is to combine different strengths so the team can handle the full problem. One person may understand the customer, another may understand the data, another may understand operations, another may know the sales reality, another may be good at turning vague discussion into decisions. A strong team uses those differences instead of pretending they are inconvenient. The fifth concept is mutual accountability. This is where real teams separate themselves from groups that simply meet a lot. The strongest teams do not rely only on the boss to manage performance. Team members hold themselves and one another responsible for the result. That does not mean blame, drama, or making every missed deadline feel like a courtroom scene. It means people tell the truth, follow through, and care about the group's outcome, not just their own task list. Mutual accountability creates commitment. People know their work affects everyone else, so they take the shared result seriously. So how do you apply this? Start by deciding whether you need a real team or just a working group. If the work only requires people to share updates and complete separate tasks, A working group may be enough. Don't overbuild the structure, but if the outcome requires shared problem solving, trade-offs, and joint ownership, build a real team. Next, define the team's purpose and performance goal. Write down why the team exists, what result it must produce, how success will be measured, and when the work needs to happen. Keep it clear enough that every member can repeat it without reaching for a slide deck. Then check the team's skills and ownership. Make sure the group has the right mix of knowledge, decision-making ability, and execution capacity. Give each person a role, but keep the final result shared. Finally, build a rhythm for honest work. Use meetings to solve problems, make decisions, review progress, and name what is not working. Do not let the team become a status report machine. A real team should leave meetings with clearer decisions, stronger ownership, and visible progress. Here are 3 insights worth sharing. First, not every group is a team. A real team shares a purpose, owns a common result, and holds itself accountable for performance. Second, the best teams do not form around vague collaboration. They form around a clear goal that requires people to combine different strengths. Third, teamwork is not the absence of conflict. It is the discipline of using honest disagreement to produce a better result. The Wisdom of Teams is worth reading if you lead a group that is called a team, but still operates like disconnected individuals. It is also useful if you manage cross-functional work and need people with different skills to solve problems together. You might skip it if you want a quick team-building activity guide instead of a management framework for high performance. Today's closing sponsor is memoirghostwriting.com. Many of the best business books begin as ideas leaders have been refining for years, frameworks, philosophies, and lessons learned the hard way. Writing the book forces those ideas into clear form, and once they're on the page, they can travel far beyond a single conversation or presentation. At memoirghostwriting.com, we write memoirs and business books for entrepreneurs, founders, executives, and industry experts. We handle the interviews, structure, writing, editing, design, and publishing, so the final product is polished, professional, and built around your voice. If you've ever thought about what a business book could do for your authority, speaking, consulting, lead generation, or legacy, visit memoirghostwriting.com. That's it for today's Business Book Daily. One book, one useful idea, and one smarter way to build.